So today actually I am going to discuss COCOMO model. So basically COCOMO model, what is for? Please try to understand. This is very easy model. Actually here first we have to we have to analyze is the cost of that model, cost of that particular product. That means if you are generating a product, what should be the cost? Cost means selling cost. Or for understanding that, because see, randomly I cannot put the cost. Try to understand. If you have made the one antivirus, please try to understand this particular thing. If you have made one antivirus, then what you do, uh, what is the selling cost of that particular antivirus, that you cannot put randomly. So first what you have to do, you have to analyze your give money used for that particular spend for that particular product. To make that particular product, whatever money you have spent, according to that you give cost, because every software is actually a business. So you are doing business. So if you need if you need to decide the cost, first you have to analyze what you have spent that money. So if you know that how many money I have spent on that, then easily I can put that particular some profit, and then I will calculate what should be the cost. So for doing that, I need this model. So this model basically, see the COCOMO. What is the full form of that COCOMO model? First two CO comes from constructive cost model. So first two words from constructive, cost from cost CO, second CO, and from model MOCHEMS. So constructive cost model is the full form of COCOMO model. So simply is that visible? My screen is visible? Can anyone reply? Screen is visible now?
Yes, sir, visible. Sir.
Okay. Now see, so COCOMO. So COCOMO stands for constructive cost model. So here you see cost. Cost is your main thing to understand. So that means first you have to analyze that particular model, that particular product, and from that product you need to understand how much I spend the money. So from how much spend I money, this particular thing, if you can understand, then easily I will put some profit on that, and then easily I can give what is the selling price of that particular one. So that is the thing, that is the main target from COCOMO model. First I have to find out how much I spend on that particular product, money. So now this particular model is proposed by Boehm. So that thing first you have to understand, constructive cost model. Okay, fine. So what you have to do, first the product whatever you are developing, that product is divided into three categories of product. That means please try to understand. If you are making a antivirus, or if you are making a Hitam ERP like software, or if you are making a particular VLC media player like software, so that softwares may be categorized by these three category. One is organic, second one is semi-detached, and third one is embedded. That means that particular product, whatever you have given, that comes under any one of these particular three, not at three. So see, organic means please, this very easiest programming. That means if you have developed a easiest software, then that software categorized is, that software category is organic category, in organic category. If your software is very not very complex and not also very easy, average, on an average tough software, so then that software goes to semi-detached software. That means this software is categorized into three only up to three particular way type. So first one is organic, semi-detached, and embedded. So whatever you are developing, whatever software you are developing, that software you must categorize into any one of this particular this particular category. So organic category means, see, try to understand now these three. So organic category means that category have this is very easy. That means well-known persons are there in our team. Well-known persons, well-understood persons, well-experienced person are in our team. So if you have made a team for that, for a software, then that particular software has actually is very experienced team. So if team is very experienced, try to understand, if team is very experienced, then software is also becomes very easy to make that software. If they are very experienced team, very experienced, then the software to make that software becomes very easy because they are very experienced. So that's why this organic means we will take less time for this particular organic type software. Semi-detached means the project team consists of mixture of experienced and inexperienced staff. That's why this is semi-detached. Please try to understand this particular thing. So these are well experienced. Organic means well experienced team are there. So semi-detached means mixture of experienced and inexperienced staff in this particular software type of software. Embedded software means very complex software, strongly coupled complex hardware softwares are there, real-time systems are there. So there the staff is not very experienced. So that's why what happens, first you have to understand that particular thing, particular software, then you have to produce that, you have to make that. So that means for understanding part it will take large time. So that's why it is very tough. So in this way you can understand this organic type software basically is very easy. Semi-detached type software is not very easy, not very complex also. That embedded system means it is very complex software. So these three types of category you have. So now you have to decide. See, again, please try to understand this. First you have to decide whatever software you are developing, that software comes to which category. So if you are developing a VLC media player software, then it is a semi-detached type software. First you have to decide that. Okay, everyone, this thing is okay, this thing is okay. Please reply. Up to this is very okay. Is the thing okay? Please reply. Anyone? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Then please, this is very okay with you? Organic, semi-detached and embedded.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so so the thing is, first you have to decide. So whenever you are trying to do a cost model, see, this is for cost model. So COCOMO is cost. We are trying to find out what should be the selling cost of the software. So for that, first you have to decide your software comes into which category. Your software, first you have to decide that your software comes into which category. There are three categories of software. One is organic category software, one is semi-detached category software, another is embedded category type software. So now your product come into which category? First you have to decide that, and according to that you have some formulas here. According to that you have some formulas here. Now see, what are the formulas? Now please try to understand this particular thing. What should be the formula? What should be the formula for the cost? Now see, first you have to take input of KLOC. Now what is the KLOC? Now KLOC is kilo line of code. Kilo line of code. KLOC, kilo line of code. Now let's take an example. You have written 32,000 line of code. 32,000 line of code. This is 32,000 LOC. What is stands for LOC? Line of code. That means if you have written int C, int A, this is one line of code. If you have written C equals to A plus B, A plus B, this is one line of code. Now see, these two are two line of code. That means this is two line of code. Two line of code. This is first line, this is second line. In this way, now you have written for a product 32,000 line of codes. Understood? So what is line of codes is understood? Line of codes means simply how many lines of code you have written. How many lines of code you have written. That is your LOC, line of code. Now, if you have 32,000, then it equals to 32 KLOC. KLOC. Now, KLOC means, you understood? KLOC means, this is kilo LOC, kilo line of code, kilogram. You have taken kilogram. If you take kilogram, then it is 1,000 gram. So simply like that only, one KLOC equals to 1,000 LOC, 1,000 line of code. So in KLOC, you have to decide the size first. So what you have to do? First, your product, first you have to decide which type of, which category of your product is. Is it embedded, or it is semi-detached, or it is organic? So among these three category, first you have to decide your product comes in which category. Fine. First step is your product comes in which category. First you have to decide that. Next you have to decide, next you have to take input how many line of codes you have written. That is a size. That is a size estimation. So for size estimation, how many line of code you have written, that you have to take input. So if that's it, you should take in KLOC. That means kilo line of code you have to take input. Then what you have to do, you have to again first using some formula calculate the effort and then duration. In this way you should calculate the duration. So first you have to take in effort and then duration. First you have to calculate effort, then duration. Now please see the particular thing, see the particular formula. If you go to the formula, then easily you can understand that. Now see, again, there are three ways of COCOMO models also. One is basic COCOMO, another is intermediate COCOMO, and complete COCOMO. I will come to this point. Not now. I will come to this point. Now see, in this continuation, directly I am going to the formula. See, first you have to see, again, please try to understand this. To approximate the estimation, two formulas are there. One is effort formula, another is development time formula. This is T development, that means time for development. One is effort formula. In effort formula, please see, KLOC is your input, and you are multiplying with some two values, two values, A1 and A2. It will be multiplied, and then it is effort. It is my effort. So first you have to calculate effort. Here KLOC is your input, and then I have to multiply and power. Here it is KLOC to the power A2. This A2, A1, B1, B2, these four are constant values. Now constant values, these constant values will come according to your type of software. That means if it is embedded type software, then A1, A2, B1, B2 value is different. If it is semi-detached software, then A1, A2, B1, B2 value is different. But formula will be same. Formula will be same. That is effort equals to A1 into KLOC to the power A2. And for development, whenever you are calculating development time, please try to understand. Then effort will goes to the input of that particular one. So for first from KLOC, first you have to calculate effort. and then with effort will come to input. Effort will be input of that development time, and then we will calculate development time. So in this way, we will calculate that particular time for development. Now again, please, I will give the formula now. Please try to understand this. Now, whenever you are trying to calculate effort, this should be the actual formula for each and every type of software. If your software is organic type, this is very interesting. If your product is organic type product, then effort formula will be 2.4 into KLOC to the power 1.05 PM. What is PM? I will come to understand. I will come to know. So PM means this is person month. This is not time PM. This is not time PM. PM means this is person month. Now, what is the thing person month tells? Person month means one person in 1 month can do this much effort. Understood? This is person month. That means one person in 1 month can do this much effort. That's why it is person month. One person in 1 month can do this much effort if it is organic type software. If it is semi-detached type software, the formula will be different and the constant value will be different actually. Here it is 2.4, here it is 3.0, and here it is 1.05, here it is 1.12. Again, input is same. KLOC will be the input, and we will first calculate the effort according to the type of software. If your software is organic type, this formula will be used. If your software is semi-detached type, then this formula will be used. If your software is embedded type, this formula will be used for the effort calculation. Fine? Understood? What is per person month? Understood? Yes, no? Please reply. Please reply. Up to this is very okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you had made this effort estimation, then from effort I have to, again, another formula I have for time for development. See, time for development. Calculating time for development, we have this formula. Time for development formula. Now, again, if it is 3 type, according to the type, the formula will be changed. But formula, see, for organic type, development time, this is T development. That means time for development. Time for development. Okay, fine. This is T development means time for development. Now see, 2.5 into effort to the power 0.38 months. Here it is months. See, that means how many months you need to finish that particular software. I can calculate from the effort, because see, effort is now in person month. That means one person in 1 month can be this effort. This is person month. So that I will take input in effort, and I can calculate how many months I can take for that particular software. Thing is very okay. Thing is very okay. So that will be the effort, will be the your input now, and we can calculate time for development. If it is organic type, this formula will be used. If it is semi-detached type, this formula will be used. And if it is embedded type, this formula will be used. Only changes is here. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 is okay, fine for all. Here is the changes. To the power 0.38, 0.35, 0.32. Only this part is changed, but rest formula will be the same. So this is organic type, this is semi-detached type, this is embedded type. Now, I will give one example. Please try to understand. Now, what you should do in basic COCOMO, please try to understand again now. There are 3 types of COCOMO model. Whatever I have given formula, that is in basic COCOMO. But intermediate COCOMO tells Please try to understand. Basic COCOMO means first only the size will be taken consideration. Only product size you have to take into consideration, because that's why I am giving KLOC at my input. KLOC is my input. Here only KLOC is my input. No other parameters I am taking into my consideration. That is basic COCOMO. Intermediate COCOMO, everything you should calculate. Size also, with that external effects. External effects means some month holidays are more. That will also affect on time. Please try to understand. In some months holidays are more. If holidays are more, and this thing, now suddenly the rain is dropping, so suddenly the college is closed. But in our plan, there is a plan now. In our plan, syllabus will be increased, but suddenly rain has stopped our syllabus. So this type of effects also consideration here in intermediate COCOMO. So everything you should take consideration in intermediate COCOMO. So that is intermediate COCOMO. Basic COCOMO means only you have to take size into consideration, and according to size, first you have to calculate effort, and then from effort we have to calculate the time for development. Only your input is size. So according to size you have to take. So that is intermediate COCOMO. And complete COCOMO means, I will come to that point. Complete COCOMO means each and every step you have to calculate. For each and every step you have to calculate, not only for code. For design phase also something you have to calculate. For requirement phase also you have to calculate. Separately you have to calculate for each and every phase, and then we have to add the cost. That is your complete COCOMO. Here basic COCOMO means only size will be your consideration, and according to size you have to calculate first effort, and then you have to calculate time for development. That is the thing. Please try to understand now again and again. So see, now first, what is your way? First you have to calculate what should be, which type of product you have developed. That means your product comes under which type. It is organic type or semi-detached type or embedded type. First you have to decide that one. Fine. If you have decided that, then you should understand what should be your effort. So for that, what should be your size, and that you should calculate in KLOC. If you have written 1000 LOC, 1000 line of code, then it is 1 KLOC. If you have written 2000 line of code, that is 2 KLOC. If you have written 3000 line of code, that is 3 KLOC. So what is size? You have to take consideration. A line of code is your input, and according to line of code, first you have to change it into kilo line of code, and then you have to calculate the effort. For effort, according to formula, there are 3 formulas: one for organic, one for semi-detached, one for embedded. Okay, everyone, okay? This thing is okay. KLOC will be the input, and you have to calculate effort for each thing, and then again you have to, effort will be the input, and you have to calculate the development, time for development, and then we can understand how much time it will take. Fine, everyone, fine this particular thing. I'm giving one example. See, directly I'm giving example. See, first try to calculate this. Please everyone see this. The size of organic software product you have estimated, that will be 32,000 line of source code. What they have given, that is size of organic software product. Please try to understand this. Organic software product, first thing. That means what should be your anyone please give reply. Give reply here. Give reply here. Organic software, what it means? Organic software, what it means? Please anyone reply. Please reply. (49). Roll number 49. Are you listening? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So you understood that particular thing, organic software. Organic software means, again, that means easiest software you have to take. So that means according to here, which two formula you should apply. Please try to understand this. This is very easy thing. Organic software they have already told. That means what is given. So formula, whatever I should use, this formula I should take into consideration only for calculating effort, because it is organic type software. And for calculating time for development, this formula you should use for that particular software. Okay, that's why organic. So now see, for they have told in this particular example, organic software they have told, and the line of codes also they have told 32,000. 32,000 is your line of codes. So 32,000 means what is KLOC? 32,000 line of codes. What is the value of KLOC? Please reply. What is the line of KLOC? KLOC means kilo line of code. That means 32 KLOC. 32,000 LOC means 32,000 LOC means 32 KLOC. Fine, everyone fine this particular thing? Tell me, any problem, please tell me. Is the thing okay?
Yes, sir.
32,000 line of codes means 32 KLOC. That 32 KLOC comes here. And we are giving effort formula. Please try to understand. For effort, I have told this is the formula. This is the formula for organic type. This is the formula for organic type. So now see the formula. Effort equals to 2.4 into KLOC. That is the value of 32. This is value of 32 and to the power 1.05 PM. Now see, they have given C 2.4 into 32 to the power. This is to the power actually. This is to the power 1.09. So if you calculate this, that will come 91 person month. What is person month? Person month means one person in 1 month can give that much effort. One person in 1 month can give this much effort. Okay, 1 person. That means if you take yourself, 1 person in 1 month, that much effort can give. 91 effort can give. So that is the effort first, and then that 91 comes here. This is the input for time for development. Now for time for development, what should be your time for development? This should be your formula, because it is organic. If it is semi-detached type, this formula should be used. If it is embedded type software, this formula should be used. So here they have told organic type. So that means time for development is this. This is your time for development. Now effort will become here. So 2.5 into effort to the power 0.2338. Now see, 91 comes here, and then 91 to the power 0.38 and into 2.5. That calculation, after that calculation, it comes 14 months. Now see, if for this particular product I need 14 months, please try to understand this, very interesting. If I calculated 14 months for this particular software and your employee number is 10, 14 months for this particular product you have taken, then what happens? For 14 months, they have to pay. That means you have to pay salary for the 10 employees for 14 months. So 10 employees, if you are giving average salary, of 20,000 for each employee, then 10 employees are there. So 10 into 20,000 into 14, that is your cost. Understood or not? Understood or not, this particular thing?
Yes, sir.
So if you have calculated time for development, 14 months is the time, then simply you can calculate what should be the cost, because 14 months, 10 employees are working, and average salary I am giving 20,000 for each and every employee. Then 20,000 into 10, that is total employee cost per month, and 14 months I have to pay. So 14 into 10 into 20,000, that is your total cost for the software. Simply that is the way to find out the cost of a software, because that is the most spending area, money spending area, because employee salary is the most spending money area. So that's why if I can calculate that particular area, that particular money I have to spend for the employees, that I have to take from the cost. So that thing you have to take consideration, and easily I can calculate what should be the cost of your product, selling cost of your product. Now see, this is basic COCOMO. This is basic COCOMO. Now see, I have given this particular thing is not a very important, because see, effort goes like this. 3 comparison I have given. If it is organic type, that means it is very easy. That's why the blue line. Then red line is for semi-detached, and embedded will be semi-detached. If time size will be more, that will be increased. Effort will be increased also more in this way. So that is, it is shown here. Now here it is shown how the time is decreasing. So new size is increasing, then time will be, the curve will be like that. So that I have shown here. Now see, this example is for basic COCOMO. Now you are coming from the intermediate COCOMO. Anyone please take your screenshot. Please take your screenshot, because maybe in after 1.5 minutes that will be closed, and I will not continue further. So intermediate COCOMO, everything I have to take consideration. See, intermediate COCOMO, product, what is the computer, what is the personal problem, what is the development environment, everything you should take into the consideration. And for each and every case, you have to take cost for that. You have to calculate for cost for that. So in basic COCOMO, only size is the your consideration, but now every surroundings also you have to take consideration. Now for complete COCOMO, see, each subsystem you have to estimate that sub separately. Now see, if it is simple, if it is for design phase, you have to calculate separately. For coding phase, you have to calculate the same cost separately. For requirement case, you have to separately, you have to calculate, and finally after doing add, we get the actual cost. That is your complete COCOMO. Simply, so this is database part is semi-detached in this way. The GUI part is organic type. That's way you have to calculate separately, and then you have to merge it. That is the complete COCOMO. Now see, for next for design phase, there are some architectural matrices that I have given here, and for maintenance, maturity, software maturity index will be calculated in this way. Now this particular thing only I should only the last topic, you can go through that particular thing and you can understand that. So basic